Welcome to Daybreak Africa on KAFTAN Television, brought to you right here in this city of light, Ondo State. Thank you for joining us. My name is Glory Emmanuel.
And my name is Ikhonede Joshua Deji. Have a very beautiful day, and I'm very sure it's going to be a wonderful day actually, because I'm motivated.
Of course.
Straight to the discussion for today. If you're very conversant with the news, you will discover that on Saturday, the 18th of January 2025, the Ondo State held its local government elections as directed by the Ondo State Independent Electoral Commission, ODEC, led by Joseph Aimo. And from many indications from the results and the outcome, the All Progressive Congress took, it was a massive win for them to a very large extent. However, there are many issues attached to these particular elections, as even within Ondo West, yesterday, Sunday, there were some rescheduled elections that held there. Results came quite late, and a lot of other anomalies, low voter turnout, and some other things, according to many other political parties. And we'll be looking at them today strictly. And in the studio with us, one of the opposition parties, leading opposition parties in Ondo State, the Social Democratic Party, the chairman of the political party, is with us in the studio in the person of Honorable Barrister Ebenezer Akinbuli. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much, Joshua. Thank you, Emma.
And it's nice having you again on this on Daybreak Africa. But
it's always nice to be here.
Yeah, let's delve down deep into the major point of our discourse today, which is the Ondo State's local government elections and everything that came about it. We saw a massive win for the All Progressive Congress, where they took almost all LGAs in Ondo State. That's all LGAs in Ondo State. What's your take on how the election was conducted and the whole things attached to the whole elections? Talking about the anomalies from your own perspective.
Yeah, thank you, Joshua. I'll first start by correcting one anomaly that you just mentioned now. I think it's wrong for you to have mentioned that it was a massive win for the All Progressive, whatever they are called, but it's not. There's nothing massive. What's massive there is massive irregularity, massive fraud, massive. It was just massive emptiness. Nothing happened. There was no election. There was really no election. What we had yesterday, 2 days ago, just a pure show of shame times 2 or 2.0. We had 1.0 at the last gubernatorial election. This is 2.0, validating their 1.0. It's just show of shame. So, coming to your question, first, as I wouldn't say the opposition party, but as a political party, the Social Democratic Party, and as the chairman of the party in Ondo State, I am highly disappointed, extremely disappointed, heartbroken, to say the least. I'm very heartbroken because what I saw on Saturday with my eyes, because I had to, we participated in just 2 local government. We fielded 2 local government chairmen. Then we had one councillor in Ikhonede, another one in Ose local government. So let's say we considered in 4 local governments, 2 local governments, we had full representation. Then in 2 local governments, just had one councillor each in those local governments. Now, what I saw is just a system that's not going to work. I don't see, okay, this is not INEC, now this is ODEC. Ondo State, with the president they laid on Saturday, it's obvious they don't intend to do anything. They don't intend to work. They just want to come jamboree for whatever how many years they want to spend in office and just leave the state in a terrible state and just go. Take for instance, where the local government chairmanship candidate voted in his local government, I accompanied him as the state chairman to cast his vote. I think I saw your reporters there too. Before we arrived, there was no single vote cast.
Wow.
Yeah, and we arrived there at, let's say, 11 a.m. or thereabout, because we had to make sure that every ballot, every election material leaves the ODEC office. We were there till the last person left. They were trying to hoard these things. We saw that they didn't want to even take some of this ballot, but out of the ODEC office. We had to wait. When they saw that our presence was becoming threatening to them. They had to call maybe makeshift people to just hand the ballot boxes to them, and then they left them before we proceeded. On our way to Fagbo, where we had to be stopping at polling unit centers.
Many polling units.
Yes, I think before we got to where the candidate eventually voted, we stopped at about, say, 4 polling unit centers. The first, there was nobody there.
Wow.
Yes. The second, we saw a few persons there. Our agents, yeah, they were there. We saw a few persons there, but what we saw there, to me, was just APC trying to, thumbprint the ballot papers. That's one. Then when we got to the polling unit where the vote, our candidate cast his vote, I think that's I can't remember now, I think unit 8 or thereabout. We got there, he was the first to cast his vote. But prior to that time, the info we got was that the APC boys had come and had tried to harass the polling officers there to tell them, give us these ballot papers, let us thumbprint and close for the day. Those ones said no, they were not going to give it to them. Perhaps maybe because they know that the chairman, that's the chairman's unit, was coming there to vote, so they wanted us to come before they do their magic. But when we got there, when we voted, we didn't leave. We left the polling unit though, but we didn't leave that environment. We stayed back to monitor other polling units. Do you know that in one of the polling units where our councillor won, he actually won the unit. He didn't just win the unit alone. He actually won the councillorship election. But then it was something else that was taken up there. In his unit, they brought in election material meant for another unit.
Wow.
Yes. We have all of these things captured in video, video clips and all of that. We have them. If you permit me, I can share with you. They brought in a different electoral material for a different unit totally. Yeah. It was the people there that noticed that and challenged the process. They stood, they said there is no election that will take place if you don't bring the right electoral material. So they had to escort the PO, the polling agent, polling officer. They had to hire a bike, put her on it, she carried her box on her lap. They encouraged her out to where she would go and get the right materials. These were people that were ready to cast their vote lawfully. And our councillor Agbara won there because they stood by their votes. Same thing with other polling in what they say one place in Woro, another unit, where they have over 1,000 registered voters. They brought in only 70 ballot papers.
Despite knowing that they
pasted the voters
on the wall.
The voters eligibility, those that are eligible to vote, they posted them over close to 1,000, and you are bringing in just less than 100 ballot papers. Yeah. You get my point. Then those ones too complained. First of all, the electoral materials did not even get there on time. It was when we now start making calls, start calling the ODX chairman. I will get back to the ODX chairman. That one is a disappointment moving. It's just a personified disappointment. He's a lawyer like me. I'm going to give him. I'm ready for him because I will get there. Let me come here. I hope you ask me questions that will lead.
No, everything is going to
stay. I was
a personal beef.
I was opportune to be there that day.
On this election, he's a lawyer. I wouldn't expect a lawyer to be engaged or to be involved in gross irregularity like this. I'm highly disappointed in him because I engaged him before now, and I thought he was a reasonable person. I didn't know that there's no sense of responsibility attached to that office that is holding. There's no sense of responsibility for a policeman to be standing and be telling you you cannot do anything. No, there's nothing I will do. We are going to report electoral irregularities, fraud, broad daylight fraud. I have the videos all played out. They almost beat me up yesterday in Odibo local government.
Wow.
Because I was trying to report to the police. The policeman was telling me there's nothing you can do and there's nothing I will do.
You mean Saturday, the same day for election?
I mean Saturday.
Yeah.
A policeman supposed to protect
the electorate told him, look at this electoral, this polling officer that came and was filling results sheet at the collation center.
Yeah.
Wow. The result that you should have collected an agent signed before you leave your center. You came to the collation center at the headquarters of that local government where they are collecting results. You are now imputing results in a fresh what do you call it? Form result sheet.
Result sheet, yeah.
You are putting in figure, not signed by any agent. We caught her there. We filmed her. She was fidgeting. She was crying. She was begging. At first, when we now handed her over to the policemen, she grew wings. In fact, the police people aided her to escape. She ran out, went to a vehicle, called one old man to come and sign. I went there, I grabbed the old man. Both of them, I held them, I arrested both of them. The man was crying, was begging me. I made the same mistake again, second time. Took them over to the police again. As they got to the police again, they started insulting me. And all of that. So that is why I say that is Obita, by the way. Let's come back to the question that I'm still answering. So it was just a show of shame. So there was no election that took place. It was just how would I even put it? It was just them trying to make us look, feel like there was something serious happening.
Yeah.
Whereas there was really nothing happening. They already have all their schemed out and planned out. So they were just doing FFIA, what Yoruba people call it, eye service. That's what they were. That election on Saturday was just fraud, eye service, waste of government resources, and all of that.
Okay, it's kind of hard to actually believe, majorly looking at the fact that the preparations, the promises of ODEC themselves about their capacity to hold the local government elections and the fact that it's going to be free and fair and the many, is it that, from your own end, do you feel many of these state-owned recs, state-owned electoral commissions cannot actually undo because this is not just about Ondo State alone now. If we look at most local government elections across Nigeria.
Let me ask you a question, Joshua. You work with KAFTAN TV, right?
Yeah.
If the CEO of KAFTAN TV or maybe your next immediate boss in KAFTAN TV asks you, okay, Joshua, go to Akure, go and make sure you bring 5 laptops for me. I need to edit them. Just go and bring them. Would you say no?
I won't say no.
So if the paymasters tell them, go and deliver XYZ for me, would they say no?
Not at all.
They are government officials, they are government workers. They are being paid by the Ondo State government. So it's like what the lawyers will say, you cannot be a judge in your own case. They are actually the judges in these cases. Take for instance, that's why I said I was angry of the first phase of a question. That's why I say I have personal issues with this
ODEC chairman.
ODEC
guy. He's not a chairman.
He's the guy.
Just boy. Yeah, it's the boy. He's just boy running governor's errand. I will come to him, but let me still mention him. What I have issues with him is that I personally met with him. Young man, very young man. In my generation that should have sense. And I felt, I engaged him. He said, look, we are going to be very fair. He's a lawyer. I held his word to mean his
the substance. Yeah.
So, because I'm a lawyer, what I say, if I'm not going to do something, I will not say I will do it. So when he said so, I was a bit relaxed. Then my secretary, Jimmy Akinbuli, who also contested the local government chairmanship position of the local government, said, Barrister, you cannot trust these people. You know, you are a lawyer, not so deep in politics. You are not playing politics like the rest of us do, or the rest of them do, whatever it is. But let us still follow up with this person. I said, no. Then when it was time to submit names of candidates, yeah, we know that we must have been a bit late in submitting the name because maybe barely 10 hours to submission. You just brought up a strict condition. People that have submitted their names, they submitted all their documents, they submitted everything you asked for. They're not saying no. The tax clearance that they submitted is no longer valid. They should go and start paying to the state government. Tax clearance of how many years, land use charge, and all of that. These guys already paid tax clearances. They have submitted certificate of that tax clearance. They are saying no, that one is no longer valid. They should go and pay 170,000 naira and all of that. These are councillors that want to contest the election. Why would they get that kind of money for? We as a party had to rally around. We paid close to 5 million naira for this candidate to get all these tax clearance, and we're paying them directly to the state government. So the time was short. The notice was short. APC was there even after the deadline, submitting list. We went to meet them, please accommodate us. They said no, that they mean it this time, they are not going to indulge anybody. I thought they were serious. I said, oh, if that's the case, I agree with you. You are doing your job. I agree with you. Okay, our forms are late to be submitted. I agree with you. So we are not going to submit these people's names anymore. And we agreed with them. Only for us to hear later that APC was still bringing in their candidate. So I felt, oh, this man, if that's what he meant, that, oh, I'm independent, I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to be fair. I had a telephone conversation with him for close to an hour, where he was telling me all of this, his plans, and I was like, oh, this is good. You're a lawyer, I welcome the idea. And I backed out. I didn't try to influence other candidates being put in from our party. I respected him like that, not knowing that this guy was just deceiving himself.
Yeah.
Because look at how can in Ondo East, for instance, we're waiting for ballot paper, electoral materials. They were announcing results. In Odigbo local government, about 5 polling unit centers, no elections there, and they came to the collation center with results. We saw a lady right at the collation center, at the entrance of the collation center. She even had that effrontery to sit at the entrance of collation center, imputing results inside the result sheet. Right, just putting figure APC this, SDP this, doing that. When we challenged her and I handed her over to the police was telling me there's nothing you will do about this and there's nothing I can do. So he said that both you and me, we are not going to do anything. They allowed her go. They almost beat me up yesterday at the collation center when I was raising alarm. We caught a lady with full sheet of ballot paper, all completed. They were careful, all being smart. When it comes to SDP, they will complete SDP, but they will complete it in a way that it will become void.
Yeah.
They will complete across another political party. And it was there. We have the video. We have all the video evidence of all the fraud that they did on Saturday.
I'm very sure that many people will get to watch it over at the station.
If you will permit me, I will play it. I have the video on my phone. If you permit me, I will play it.
We'll play it to people.
Yesterday, let me bust your bubbles. Yesterday,
On Saturday?
On Sunday,
Okay.
in Ondo, the Ondo West, they said they were doing
elections. Yeah.
Elections. People, I just got calls from people. Sir, is there election today? Where they said they are seeing electoral officers under trees, under shades, everywhere. So I took my car. I drove to on one street around the market. I saw, lo and behold, I saw them standing and thumb printing serially, thumb printing. So I drove up, I came back, and I faced them with a video. So they came and accosted me. So I was in the car, I didn't come out from the car. They came and were challenging me. Okay, is it that fault that I'm in the wrong party? I said, oh, you can say what you want to say. But what I know is that you are committing fraud here. What election are you doing? They said, didn't I hear information that they said there's going to be election? Information that there's going to be election. From where? You want to continue election the following day? No adequate information. What I know was that NNPP protested that their name was omitted from the ballot paper.
Yeah.
So they want to challenge them in court. So maybe because of that, they have quickly gone to print another ballot paper and included their names and say election is going on without adequately informing them.
Yeah.
So you can see that the ODEC chairman, I'm ashamed to call him Barrister, but the ODEC chairman has failed himself. He has failed the good people of Ondo State. He has been able to earn himself 1 mega with his paymaster. So be it, God help him. He's failed the trust the people had in him. Because someone like me, I had so much trust in him. Because we were coming from the same profession, I had so much trust in this man. But he has failed us. He just came and did a open show of shame.
But one other thing we observed about the election was the fact that there was way low voter turnout.
Let me tell you why.
Across the state.
Let me tell you why.
PDP,
every polling center I went to, I had to provide security for them.
Wow.
Every polling center I went to that my agents were there, I had to make sure that my own agent was protected.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that. If they don't provide security for voters.
You went round as a
I went round and I didn't see any security. Did you see one single
place where there was security?
There wasn't.
There was no security. There was no police attached to anybody. I had to make sure I provide security for them. So I will wait with them, encourage them, don't be scared. And they were with APC people because the POs, they are all APC members. Because there are people employed by the state government to come and carry out the shameful activity. So when I get to some centers, I would warn them, look at my face. I have marked your face. I brought in observers from Abuja to come and be observing them. They will take the information and all of that. I will snap them. If you misbehave here,
your face is going to Abuja.
You get my point. Yeah. So behave yourself. Even at that.
They still
misbehaved. Even at that. So why will people come out when they know that APC will send in their thugs to these centers and there's no single policeman? I saw one police when I was going back after we voted. I saw one police dressed as if she's going for beauty pageant. Makeup everywhere, full hair, doing catwalk, police officer, and then just going there laughing with the polling officers and all of that. So it was just some what Patrick Ogban would say parapoising. They were just doing parapo like we. So I'm totally in a state of disappointment. That's why I said in my opening that I'm utterly disappointed. I'm shocked. I'm still trying to recover.
Yeah. I was even trying to go deeper into the fact that someone like People's Democratic Party actually decided they were not going to come.
Well, they have their reasons, and everybody can have their reason for trying to back out. Yeah. They probably felt they don't believe this election was going to be fair.
Of course, it's not.
Happened to turn out that way, and they decided to disenfranchise themselves. But if we look at the Social Democratic Party, we stand for social justice. So we believe whatever is worth doing
is worth
doing well. We can't start and then abandon it at this moment. People will see us as unserious. The last election that we had, the outing was not so good, but we can't say because of that we will not still take part in activities. We still came out and we were there. The areas where we had candidates, we made sure we went there to the end. Let me give an instance that happened in the local government. In the local government, there's one man they call Honorable Ironju. That was the former deputy speaker of the House of Assembly in the local government. He's from the local government, but he was the former deputy speaker of the House of Assembly in Ondo State. Do you know that this man went, everything all captured in tape, held the object officer, took him behind the classroom where the election was taking place, and as he was trying to, that one handed over ballot papers to him. So they kept the ballot paper in an envelope, held it like this. When they went back door, he now brought it out. They were trying to exchange. Then the local government chairmanship candidate from SDP saw them and ran to them, took the paper from
Honorable
Roju. No, not honorable. That one is a dishonorable person. Trying to take the paper from him. Then the Roju guy grabbed him, collected the ballot paper and squeezed it with the envelope.
Wow.
To try to destroy evidence. Squeezed it with the envelope. Our boy, one of the PRO of the party in the local government, Monday, was taping everything that was happening. Do you know that they went and took his phone, broke his phone, tore his clothes, and led him over to the police?
Wow.
For performing a lawful duty.
Wow.
And the police had the effrontery to even be saying he's a thug. You didn't even hear both sides of the story.
You just concluded.
So it's just parapoising. some paraport.
We'll go back a bit into the issue of paraquatism as time goes by, actually. And
Yeah, sure. They are surprised at all of this.
Yeah, sure. We'll go back into that.
I never knew it was this in-depth, actually, because I saw everything that went through. From my local government, I was in Ondo West, then I moved a bit to Ondo East, then I was in Akure a bit for just a minute, maybe some few minutes yesterday, so I never really checked
quite a lot. So we'll talk more about this when we come back from this short break. We are going to talk about the timing. What time should the ODX staff arrive at their polling unit and the rest of the things, because the timing was really poor. So we'll talk about that when we come back from this short break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
If you're just joining us, it's still Daybreak Africa, and we've been discussing on the Ondo State local government elections. Our SDP chairman is actually still in the studio with us, Honorable Barrister Ebenezer Akinbuli, and he has been giving us some, awesome revelations from the local government elections which happened on Saturday, the 18th of January, which is actually this last weekend. And you were saying something, sir, about some of the anomalies that happened. And Glory was talking about the timing of the election.
Yeah.
The timing of the election, the time many of the staffs were supposed to come, actually. I don't know, you went around.
Of course, as at 10:40 in the morning, some polling units, there were no material, no ODX staff, and as at 10:50 we saw some coming on bikes. They were just like rushing, and when they got to a particular polling unit, the material they brought was not for that polling unit, and there were so much casualties that even after coming late, you still came with wrong material. So I think we have questions.
Glory, for free. I said it that we made sure that every ballot box left the ODX office.
Yeah.
I left the ODX office 10:30 in the morning. As of that time, they were still ordering election materials. They were not willing to allow those ones to go out. So perhaps those were the ones you saw that were just trying to struggle to.
Yeah.
And then they were okay. Yeah, you just take. That's why you see Unit 4 going to Unit 10, Unit 20 going to Unit 100, and all of that. See. That election that took place on Saturday,
yeah,
take it from me for free. It's not election.
I
It's
know.
nothing. It's just some display of nothing.
It's a political apathy setting.
They put something, or they put nothing on something.
Yeah.
There's something, there's a platform, they are trying to put nothing on it. So you are getting nothing. It's 1 + 0 worldwide.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah, so we actually suggest then that INEC takes charge of the local government elections across the country, like the National Assembly are proposing as we speak.
That is the way forward.
Okay.
Even though INEC, we know that INEC to some extent still have a level of independence. Because let's take for instance, if INEC prime aim is to help the sitting president, who is his paymaster, and in Ondo State, for instance, I'm just saying, SDP takes over and we are in power. SDP in Ondo, APC in the national. You know that there will be some level of fairness.
Yeah.
Because they won't say that it's our party. Let us do it as business as usual. So if it's INEC, who would know that it will still have a level of fairness and independence, because it's not all the states across the country that we have the APC ruling.
Yeah.
So we have some opposition states across. So there they would do just there because they don't have any interest there and all of that. So if that's the case around, then it will be better. Unlike the one that we know that is the governor that will sit down and instruct like what they did on Saturday. Let me tell you something that happened on Saturday. One of the things that happened on Saturday. You're saying Revelation. I read the book of Revelation before coming here. I want to be reading. You see, what happened on Saturday is that they already have their results written.
Yeah, just like you know who you want to be.
They are not that they know who they want to. Apart from knowing, they know who.
Yeah.
They also have gone further by writing what they want to be done.
Yeah, they know. Who
So the electoral officers, the polling officers, they were not giving the result sheets.
Yeah.
Some were not given the result sheet. They give them sheet of paper.
Wow.
Write the vote here. Bring it to the collation center.
So no signatures.
So no signature, nothing. So where our agent insisted, no, this is my result. This is the outcome of the election. We want to sign it. They gave them makeshift.
Yeah.
We just sign it. They will get back to the collation center and transfer it to the original result sheet. That's what happened on Saturday. There was no election. It was more. I tell you, we're still on the field in Odigbo, still battling one or two people there. They were swearing a councillor. If I will show you the video, you will see the electoral officer that's supposed to be saying, this is the winner, doing swearing in.
Wow.
Yeah, hereby declared winner. I am the councillor. I declare you councillor in the name of God the Father, the Son. I'll show you the video.
It's now child's play.
Something that election, they were still collating results. So-called collation was still going on. It was being, they were swearing in the councillor. You get my point. So it's just full of drama. I challenge Odiak chairman. I don't know who he is anymore, but I challenge the Odiak chairman of Ondo. He should come to debate with me. I want us to sit down. Please invite him. You are a journalist.
All right, we'll do
Let
that.
him come. Let us sit down. I won't sit with him, but I don't sit with. You know, the Bible says, "What's the relationship of darkness and light?" I'm light. I will sit where the light is. We will put him somewhere where
the light is.
You can just illuminate his face. But then, let him come and let us have a discourse together. Let me say it to his face. So it won't be as though I'm just saying things that because he's not here. Let me challenge him to the books. He should bring his books. I will bring my own evidences. One woman in Odigbo that was writing results, I was even protecting her. People were ready to deal with her there. I took her for protection and took her to the police. The police let her go. She was running away. After confessing on tape that I'm sorry, the other, it was just a show of shame.
So are you saying that from SDP, will you guys be looking for legal redress?
Of course, we will. We will look for legal redress. There are a lot of we are going to look for legal redress. We have confidence in the judiciary. We have confidence. We will do that because what happened? It can't stand the test of time. It cannot stand the test of time. And I'm issuing a warning to Ondo State government. I'm issuing them a warning. We are going to set up a parallel government.
Okay.
You cannot. These are taxpayers' monies that you use to conduct this fraud. You took my money. You still came to use my money to cheat me.
Defraud me.
They should sit up. He shouldn't think he has won election. Oh. Lucky that I should not think he has won election because we are going to give him fire for fire. Maybe he's sacking all his commissioners. He will get sacked himself. We are going to sack him. Sack your commissioners. We will sack you. The people will sack him. He should be ready for real opposition. It's not child's play. PDP have chickened out. We are there. We are there. We are going to be. They should just be watching out for SDP. If the governor is sleeping, he should sleep with one eye open because when he wakes up in the morning, he's seen SDP. In his dream, he's seen SDP. He's eating, he's seen that he will choke. He's seen SDP. We are not going to because this is just affront on democracy. Pure affront on democracy. How would you do that to the people? How would you do that? You send thugs to units. Thugs were chasing people away. They were busy thumb printing ballot papers.
Why people were actually cutting away and running out?
Why would they not run? There's no single policeman to safeguard these people.
Not at all.
Even at the collation center in Odigbo where we saw policemen, those ones were just standing like morons. I have them on tape. I snapped everybody. I will, you know what?
But
I will send you these clips. You can play at the
actually, aside from the fact that INEC, the whole agreement on the fact that INEC, at least there's something we can agree on, that INEC will be a perfect body to actually, not really a perfect, no, there's nobody that is perfect, but a better body to man the elections. I remember back then with President Muhammad Buhari, as the former president of Nigeria, he talked about the place of ensuring that to break the powers of the state governors, looking at the fact that we must have local government autonomy, legislative council of the states, the House of Assembly, they should be financially autonomous. Same with the state judiciary, so that the states governors don't become the
the alpha and the omega.
Alpha and omega of the states. And the fact that even down to talking about state policing, that is the only time state policing can come, which is very instrumental to our own security as a nation. And that was tagged Executive Order 10 by President Muhammad Buhari. President Tinubu too is looking at means to ensure that this is possible, because we know how vital local government is at this time to help our country grow in the right economic ways. Do you think this should be things that we should focus on Nigeria as we speak? Because if every actor is not playing according to the rules they are to play in this particular time, things like this will keep on. Because a person asked a question yesterday on social media as regards local government elections, that what then is the fate of the opposition when it's getting more and more difficult on a daily basis to act? It's becoming a one-party system. So what's your take? What is the way out for opposition parties at this particular time, looking at everything that is playing out in most elections within the country?
Like the name, opposition. We should be more deliberate and direct, non-compromising. I cannot compromise my own stand. Social Democratic Party has been a party of my dream. I have not joined any political party except Social Democratic Party in my entire life. And I don't think I'm about to dump the party or leave the party, irrespective, because we stand for social justice, one side. Now, we must learn to start to do the right thing and the right things. If passing into law the appropriate way of electioneering is going to solve a lot of issues, then so be it. Because we cannot say things will get better if we don't have a good electoral system. Because it's the electoral system that will bring in these bad guys, and then they will come and mess the country up. But when we have a strict electoral process, the people know who they want to vote for. They know what they want to vote for, irrespective as they will still go out and declare APC winner. They know that I ought ordinarily not to vote for APC, but APC have so impoverished the people such that they won't have a choice. It's just like the story of the biblical story of what was that guy that, is it the Lazarus guy, or who was that guy that died? I was
Lazarus.
And he was saying, just give me a
Lazarus
drop of
and the
water.
rich man.
You get my point? Just give me a drop of water. So you have pushed somebody to hell. He suffered in hell. Fire has nearly injured him. One drop of water is nothing. But to him, it's something. That is the state of Nigerians and our leaders. They've put you, not even you, us, because I'm inclusive. They've put us in a box. They've so impoverished us such that the money they will promise us on that election day, it will take you to think twice before you say, I'm not taking this money. The first real option will be, let me have it. Let me first go and cook with this money.
Juicy offer, because you're already hungry.
Because you're hungry. So they have put us in that state such that money votes. If we can stop that and make it offense for anybody to buy votes, and anybody that takes the money is an offense, you will see that we are one step into Jerusalem or Israel. But where not such thing is happening, we don't prosecute electoral offenders, nothing. They just go scot-free. Then they see that is the norm. They keep doing these things. But when we have strict laws and laws are obeyed and followed, and we have our electoral system being corrected, you will see that the right persons will begin to, first of all, come out to vie. And not just vying, they will end up winning. And when they win, the right people, these are people that the people actually choose. They will deliver. The SDP will deliver. But where you just impose your majority party leader, you are going and run for House of Assembly, You don't even need to campaign. Don't need to show any form of manifesto. Just be eating chicken and turkey in your bedroom. Election day, they declare you winner. Why would people have such a belief in the system? So if we're able to get right our electoral system, and we do it in a way that is free and fair election, there are no consequences to those that decide to vote who they want to vote for, and the government is actually doing the right thing and working, you will see that the entire thing will be better. So I advocate for electoral reform. I advocate for state independence. Let nobody be boxing the other. That is what we did in government. Separation of powers.
Yeah.
Let these powers be separated. Let these powers be delegated. We will have a better governance with that.
I was even trying to ask about that separation of power because that was one of the biggest plans for the local governments being autonomous by the president and the National Assembly, actually, so that at least governments can get to the grassroots in Nigeria. It's constitutional, it's been there. State governors have been the major body fighting against it for quite a long time. And the federal government even made it a point that any state without a proper functioning local government will not be getting some of their allocations. Yeah. Starting from the end of January, as reaffirmed again by the Attorney General of the Federation. And now we are seeing a situation where, like I pointed out earlier, like you clearly stated, that most of the officials being put in currently as local government chairmen, councillors and co are not truly elected, but selected by the state. Don't you think there won't be any autonomy if that be the case?
See, these our guys, governors, they know what they are doing. Now, if they have allowed the electoral process to be free and fair, other political parties took part and win elections, they know that they have lost grip of the local government, and which is the most important arm of governance. The local government is the most important, is the strongest of them all.
Closest to the people.
That is the root, that's grassroots. You are more closer to the people, you are stronger. If you want to win an election, you must win from your unit. You can't win from federal. You must win from the unit. So they have to first make sure that they grab all of this local government. Imagine if SDP had won 6-7 local governments. You can't dictate to us. You can't tell us, okay, bring 100 million from your allocation. We will not agree. 100 million will go into road infrastructure. But we will not give it to you. But yeah, they can easily tell the local government chairman, you know, I put you there, you know, so from your allocation you'll be doing all of these things and all of that. So it will be back to business as usual. So really, that's the answer to your question. There is really not going to be any form of autonomy, because these guys are stooges to their principals, and they have to do their principals' biddings. So if the local government chairman in Ondo West that was put in there by the governor of Ondo State, the governor tells him, this is where I want you to put this money, he would gladly do it. But if you meet Honorable Akinbuli, for instance, in Ondo East, if he had won the election, he won the election actually, but if they actually allow his mandate stand, and will the governor have the effrontery to even say, okay, Ondo East local government chairman, from your allocation, return this, you look at what are you saying? I need to build my people. I need to, in Ondo East, Bolondro local government, Bolondro, they don't have light in the last 15 years. The speaker of the state
is from there.
From Ondo East. They don't have light, they don't have electricity in Bolondro. If a 10-year-old sees electricity in Bolondro, is strange. If a 10-year-old child sees electricity, up NEPA, he does not even know what's called NEPA.
Which is our usual
chance. He has never seen electricity before. All he's seen is probably his father buying generator and powering the house. But you see, real power supply he's never seen before. A 10-year-old has never seen in Bolondro. And then the speaker of this state is from that local government. And our people have been so impoverished that, okay, election day, take 20,000, come and still vote for us. But where you make life more interesting for the people, they themselves know. When we encounter them, when we talk to them, when we face them one-on-one, they know, they say these things, that these people are not good people. But we must feed. Some of them see it as payback, but we try to sensitize them. It's not payback anything. The real payback is to snatch the power from them. But they see that my vote will not count anyways.
So let me just collect what I can collect desirable.
Yeah.
And still point there. But what they don't know is that that's the real power. If they actually say, no, I'm not going to do that, I put my vote for SDP. Number one does that, 2, 3, and then SDP wins, like that. That's the beginning of revolution. But they have impoverished our people. Somebody that gets to the polling unit staggering, no food, and they give him bobo. He drinks bobo, and his eye clears small. They say, yeah, don't print there, it don't print. So he will be grateful to his paymaster now. So that's what. And
you always think they are the best because they came through.
Because they gave
but
him
they have
something.
forgotten that is once in every 4 years. They will meet us there. But then we will engage on their behalf, the government. Like I said, we are going to form a parallel government. I that I should not sleep henceforth. Hi, Ebenezer, Akinbuli, I will give him a march without his stolen mandate. I will give all the local governments a run. Anybody that steals, I will organize youths to go to Dormont. We will go and call their parents. We will carry cane. We begin to flog some elected officers. They want to turn us into vampires. We will on their behalf. We will chase some people out of office with cane, because the mandate that they stole, that belongs to us, that they stole, is still paying us. So we use cane to give them auto reset. That's what they want. They should mark my word today. I'm saying it with all form of seriousness. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not being cowardized. They should come. I will give them a home address. They should come. I'm ready for them.
But you talked about also going for a legal redress. How confident are you of the legal system in Nigeria?
My brother,
looking at the fact
I'm confident with the electoral system, with the judiciary. However, with the technicalities in some of these things, they will bring in technicality. The law will say, I want to do justice, but they have brought in technicality. There's nothing I can do. You get my point? So in the event that there's any technicality, knockout and all of that, we'll be technical with our king.
But don't you think that's more of a joke? It's looking more
like
a joke.
We're not beating anybody. We're not killing anybody now. Do you know the Russian Revolution? Let me remind you of the Russian Revolution. They will see government officials, you carry pure water. Ah! You will not know who stole you pure water now. It's the people telling you are not happy with you. We'll start that kind of revolution. We will not be destructive.
No, for me,
we will be corrective. We will correct.
Corrective and not destructive. I think I prefer that actually, because
you know how a parent corrects his child.
Yeah, sometimes correction could be painful. Correction.
But you know African parents correct their children.
Yeah, it's actually painful.
With what? With rod.
The rod.
Bible says, spare the rod
and
spoil the child. We are not going to spare this rod on these people. We elected them, quote and unquote. Shebi, they have put themselves there. I assume that I'm one of the persons that put them there. You misbehave, I flog you with.
They are actually closer to the people actually, so they can't acquire runs to Abuja. So
I don't know. But then, Joshua, I also want to beg the media houses. You people have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do. It's just not about sitting down here wearing fine blazers with the cross chain on your neck, and then you're sitting inside the AC and you're laughing with your wedding gold ring and all of that. It's not just this. You need to be on the street.
No, we're on the street actually. KAFTAN is always on the street.
You're a fine fresh boy with
no, I'm always on the street now actually.
And see the real suffering. See the people. Let us engage the people and tell them, look, the power to change any government lies in your hands. They don't know these things.
Yeah. Some
of them just feel, let me just take what belongs to me. At least if in 4 years they will come back. If it's that 20,000 I will collect, let me collect it. Let them go again.
Yeah.
But that's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, we have.
They've forgotten that they also have what is called recall system. If your representative is not doing well, you will recall
Call the
him.
person,
You call.
And actually, I'm still waiting for a day when actual recalls will begin to happen
When
in
I'm
Nigeria.
elected into the House of into the National Assembly, don't worry, we'll pass that law. It will be the law is in existence, but we'll make sure we enforce it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have we don't have any time remaining, but there is this question I want to ask the government: what is the age range? Don't the political officers retire? Because this is the same government that has a retiring age for people working in the government, like for civil servants, public servants, and all the rest. They have a retiring age, but when it comes to the people setting these laws, they don't retire.
Yeah, until they're tired.
So why do they give us retiring
I'll
age?
probably do when I get to the National Assembly.
Because
we'll make sure that there's
the
because
retiring
you know that
age.
There's no age for entry. Before they put in the constitution there was age before, but until when people started shouting not too young to
run, actually
they
became a
amended
phenomenon.
the age to a younger age and all of that. But then usually if you are going to go by the books,
Yeah,
the retirement age should be the retirement age. That is 65.
because
Retirement age at best 70.
our rulers should be
But then-
resting by now, but
But then
they
you
doing.
see Article 77 still wants to become president of Nigeria. You see Tinubu that is about 104.
No, we can't do that. We can't actually do
I
that.
see what you did there. I see what you
We
did
can't do that.
there.
We
But
can't do
that's
that.
not true. They're actually older than the age they should be ruling on. I feel they should retire, because if they give a retiring age to the public and civil servants, they too should retire. It means that you want these people to rest because they should rest. They are old, their bones are weak, and the rest of the things.
Glory,
But they are not
They have to
resting.
the people on this chair. You sitting on this chair, advocate these things for us.
We'll definitely look
Good,
into
we'll do that.
We'll look into
It is
advocacy.
something that we
actually.
will
We'll
we
look
would love
into
to talk about
advocacy,
more,
actually.
because
We'll
it's
look-
actually alarming.
We'll look into
Yeah.
advocacy actually, and like journalists too as well. As much as we are looking at retirements of people and everything, we almost understand too that time too is not always our friend on the programs and everything. So we have to just close this segment as we speak, because definitely those of us who also love sports would like to definitely go and watch sports, because of the fact that the weekend was full with a lot of
What
sports
sport did
events.
you do this weekend?
I didn't do much sport. I watched sports
What
this weekend.
sports did you do?
Football.
Engage yourself.
Football,
Stop saying.
football, Australian Open. It's part of the things I love doing. Football, Australian Open. But I was watching Djokovic for
Watching.
most
And your
of the
burns,
time.
you have arthritis.
No, definitely I can't have arthritis because I also do sports, my own personal self. But thanks so much, Barrister Akinbuli, for being a part of this. And
Thank
we
you,
hope
Gigi.
that at the end of the day,
Thank you.
we get the right dividends and we get it right actually in Nigeria when it comes to the political space actually. But that's that on the Ondo State's local government election. We might still discuss more further on it tomorrow on this particular Daybreak Africa. But then,
Stay tuned as we see you tomorrow. We always see you every day. We love you so much that we wake you up every morning. Do not oversleep tomorrow. Do not oversleep. You have a lot to hear from us tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining once again. My name is Glory Emmanuel.
Deji, tomorrow is going to be a great day. Today too still promises to be very great. So do all you can to ensure that you make the best use of the day. Until we meet tomorrow on Daybreak Africa. Bye guys.
Ciao.